Hello, wonderful parents, and welcome to this quick tutorial on how to access your students' grades, as well as how to understand what's going on in the gradebook. Now, first off, you'll notice I'm logged in as a parent, and since I am, I'm going to look over on the right side of the page and look for a block named Students. Here I'll have a list of my students, and in this case I only have one, Lucy Circle, so I'm going to click on her name to access her grades. You'll see that I'm brought to her profile, and from here we can access her grades. Now it would be tempting to just click grade or grades overview. However, we want to make sure that we're picking a class that Lucy's in, so that way we can access those grades. Otherwise it gets a little weird. So in this case, since she's only enrolled in one class, I'm going to click on French 1. Once I've done this, you'll notice that everything changes a little bit. We have French 1 up here, and that she's a participant. We also have French 1 over here, and the weeks. And you'll notice that French 1 is no longer a clickable link. That's how I know that I'm in the right place. The next thing I need to do is click on Grade. This will show me the full grade that Lucy has in this class. Now let me give you a quick explanation of what it is that you're seeing. First off, you'll notice that we have a fall semester, and depending, you may see the spring semester as well. Now, since this is the very beginning of the fall semester, you'll notice that there's really not a whole lot going on, and that's okay. The gradebook will fill in as the year goes on. Now, depending on how your teacher has the class set up, and you'll know this from the instructor information document, there are different categories that the different assignments go into. And each one of these categories has a weight to it. This way, if tests are the most important thing in the class, like say in math, you want to make sure that those count more than the homework, which is important, but not quite as important as the tests, which show how you're actually understanding the concepts. Now in this case, you'll notice that in these different categories, this one's worth 20%, so it shows you the range 0 to 20. This one's worth 20% of the grade, this one's worth 30% of the grade, and this one's worth 30% of the grade. Altogether, it's 100%. There's also a potential that your teacher might have just one category, and it's just the fall, and it'll have a total of, it'll have all the assignments in one big group. That's more of taking the sum of everything, kind of like you would see in a college class. In either case, though, one of the most handy places to look for, to figure out exactly how your student is doing, is over here. It shows you the percentage of the total for that category, so like the fall total, or you could do the spring total, so that way you have a good idea of how exactly they're doing in the class. Now, backing up for a moment, you'll notice that we have one assignment in here, and Lucy's done great in it. She's got 10 points out of 10 points, which of course is 100%. This means that in this category right now, since she only has one assignment and she's got an A in it, she has full credit. So 20 out of 20, 100%. Now the ELC is smart enough to do the math, even if there's only one or two categories that currently have grades in it, and it'll figure out how the student is doing. So in this case, she has 100%, because of course she has 100%, and that'll show up down here. Another easy way to find how your student is doing, if you just want to look at the total, is also to scroll down here to course total. You can see it's 100 out of 100, 100%. Now, one other thing that you'll notice in the gradebook is these dashes. Now, if you're looking at an assignment and you notice a dash next to, or in the grade column, this means that there's nothing in that category right now, or there's nothing in that grade right now. It either hasn't been graded, or the grade just hasn't been inputted into the ELC yet. If you notice a 0 though, that means that either the student didn't turn it in, or the assignment earned a 0 for some other reason. So you want to make sure to check with the student's teacher on that. Over here, you'll also notice feedback. So this can give you a clue as to what's going on. Teachers will often write that the assignment wasn't turned in and when the assignment is actually due, or before it is outside of the late work policy. So that's how to access, earn, and read these grades. Now say you want to take a look at another class, because of course your students are probably enrolled in more than one. Easiest way to do that is go up here, click on your student's name again, and it'll bring you back to their profile. As you can see, they're still in French 1, French 1, French 1, but you'll be able to click on another class and access the grades there. Now there is one other quick place that I want to show you, and that is if you want just a quick overview of how your students are doing in each class. To do that, you can click on the grade overview. This will just show you the total grade. So in this case, there isn't one for the Upper School Campus page, so don't expect to see a grade there, or if you do, don't worry about it because that is just a means for us to keep track of things. However, you will want to pay attention to the ones for your students' courses. So in this case, French 1, 100%. And again, if I want to go back to Lucy and take a quicker or a closer look at what's going on, I just click on her name. I would click on French 1 again and click on grade. So if you have any questions, if you need any help, just let me, Mrs. Cannon, know. Have a wonderful day.